Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. Well, I'm going to work on this window. It is sort of raining off and on again today. I've been told I'm not allowed to complain about the rain, so I'm going to work on this old window. I did do a lot of coats of the remover, but it's that eco-friendly stuff, so of course it doesn't work. So I'm going to try the Dremel. I've got a little sanding drum on it, and I've got a bunch of these, so I'm going to try that. I am going to put a mask on today because this is probably lead paint, this old stuff. You don't want to take any chances with it. And I've got my old eyeglasses on because they have a little bit better coverage, so I can see what I'm doing. So let's see what we can get done on this today. Forgot my mask. This is the other side of the window. I just cleaned it up a bit too. It had obviously been stripped before. Now we did find some little nails in here, and I sanded these wooden pegs off. They were sticking up quite a bit. They'd swollen up quite a bit. So I've sanded them down flush, so they'll pretty much be hidden when I get the paint on. They've gotten putty all over the window too, so once we get this new putty in, I'll have to clean the glass really well, or maybe clean it before. That might be a better plan. And so this is the side that was already stripped, so I just cleaned it up a little bit, got some of the putty out, and I'm going to flip it back over. I'm almost done the other side too. So this is the part I started on. Again, there's some pretty big chunks of putty that are fairly new. I think Chris is going to try getting a heat gun. There's so much dried stuff in there. Get a heat gun and see if you can get most of it out. This side has putty all along, and this side too. And I don't want to get too close to the stained glass with the chisel or the scraper. Some in here too, in the bottom. These window panes are getting really loose, partly because of this. Once we're all done, we'll re-putty it, get it clamped first, I think, and then put the new putty on. And then I'll repaint it. But I'm going to get the palm sander and go over this because those little rollers, sanding rollers, do make a little bit of a ridge in the wood. This is really soft wood, and this surface is too big to do with those little things. So I'm going to do this surface with the palm sander, and then just clean up the whole thing with the palm sander, the flat surfaces. Anyway, but I think that's about as clean as I'm going to be able to get it. I'm pretty happy with that. What we have, apple blossoms, and there's going to be a lot of them. This is the tree that gave us so many apples last year. So, just clumps of them. So I will have to thin them out again this year. They're such pretty blossoms too. And this cherry tree is starting to blossom too. Every time I look at this tree, I remember I have to get the little things clamped on it to make more cherry trees. This one and this one and that one still look dead. Well, that one looks kind of dead too, but I think they're just later than these ones. Again, these blossoms are, I think, supposed to be the same tree, but these blossoms are darker. The other thing we're doing today is, well, Chris is doing, digging holes to put the posts in for this area here that is going to have the meat birds and the turkeys in it. So we're going down there to where the bird feeder is hanging, and we're mostly going to use the trees to wrap the wire around to make it easier on ourselves. It's going to put another hole here, so there's a gate here to go in. We're going to put the chicken tractor in here, so we've got instant shelter for them, and their food trough that Chris built can go in there. So we're mostly going to use trees. So if you look at where this lines up, it's going to line up with that big tree there. So we're just going to wrap the wire around it and then go down there, wrap around another big tree, and then come to where the birdhouses are, and then just come down here. We're going to put one sucker rod in the middle here, and that should be it, mostly using trees. Now this is one of my biggest Saskatoon bushes, so I'm not too happy to be sacrificing it. Well, you know what, these might not even be have berries on them by the time the meat birds are gone to freezer camp. So we're realizing now just how many Saskatoons we have. The blossoms are crazy, and then there's that massive clump up at the front of the property. I did try digging up some of these small ones, and it's absolutely impossible. The roots are so they're like wood, like big tree roots. So might have to wait till fall, might have to wait till next year to move these out of the tree line and make a nice row of them out in the full sun. This is going to be a really nice area though for the meat birds and the turkeys compared to being confined to the chicken tractor. I guess the plan is Chris is going to drag the chicken tractor over here with the tractor instead of me, the donkey. Skirt on the bottom of the slope. That level. Right on the other side. Yeah, that's good. This one just a little that way and a little this way. And a little push it that way. See that bubble there. So basically we're going to put the gate here. We'll have enough room to walk down past, and like I said, it's going to go down to where the bird feeders are there on the tree, and they'll have lots of room in here because we're going to go out to the edge of the tree line. So we'll have lots of room to roam around in here in the grass.